Imagine waking tomorrow to find that the oldest emotion in your body, the one that kept every ancestor you ever had alive, had quietly vanished overnight. Not just gone for you, but erased for every human who has ever lived, as if the feeling we call fear had never once existed at all. Because fear is not really a mood, but a 200 millisecond survival alarm that fires deep in your brain long before a single thought arrives. And to see what its absence truly does, we can meet a real woman known to science only by her initials, a woman who cannot feel fear. A rare condition quietly destroyed the almond-shaped alarm inside her brain. So snakes and spiders and haunted houses leave her only curious and completely calm. Researchers watched her walk straight up to the very things that make us freeze, reaching out to touch them with an ease that unsettled everyone around her. But that same fearlessness left her defenseless. Because across her life she was threatened and attacked again and again, and her body simply never learned to flee. So fear was never a weakness at all, but an invisible bodyguard that yanks you back a full heartbeat before your slow-thinking mind has even noticed. Now imagine scaling her single, quiet life up to 8 billion people on day one of a world where that bodyguard had simply never been born at all. Nobody hesitates at the cliff edge or the busy road. Nobody respects the hot stove twice, and every careless risk quietly becomes an ordinary, everyday habit. Fear even built our civilization, because laws and contracts and every deterrent we have ever written quietly borrow their power from a threat that people can feel. Strip that away, and punishment stops meaning anything. Promises lose their weight, and the invisible glue holding millions of cautious strangers together slowly begins to dissolve. Yet, here is the real twist. Because the goal was never actually to build a world with no fear, humming quietly underneath our everyday choices. Psychologists will tell you that courage is not the absence of fear at all, but the simple act of moving forward while it is still screaming inside you. And what we call anxiety is often just that ancient alarm firing at shadows, a survival system misreading a safe world rather than the system itself being broken. So a life without fear is not freedom, but a life that never learned to stay alive. And the real task was always to master it, never erase it.